May all graces of all Buddhas, Maha-Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Maha-Bodhisattvas, all the Arahants, Maha-Arahants, Pacceka Buddhas, Maha-Pacceka Buddhas, all the fully enlightened ones, all the great gurus, great masters, the grace of Luang Por Posi Surya Khemarato, all the embodiment of the great perfections, the grace of fathers and mothers of all lifetimes. Please preside over this forgiveness statement. All the karma of rejecting towards the reflection, towards the noble truth of all the Buddhas in any lifetimes, ignoring the reflection of the noble truth, ignoring the blessing of the Buddhas, the great perfections, being stubborn, not listening, turning the face away from the Buddha's words, from the reflection of the great perfections in any lifetimes in the past, causing oneself to constantly, lifetime after lifetime, rejecting the reflection of the noble truth, not listening and being stubborn when hearing the noble truth. The karma of using one's opinions and meanings and interpretations towards the reflections of the graces, causing oneself for eons of times using interpretations, opinions and meanings with everything, being trapped in one's opinions, being a slave to one's opinions and meanings, being trapped in one's giving values to everything for eons of times and lifetimes across lifetimes. Blocking anyone to be near the graces, to not able to listen to the great perfections reflections. Therefore, one also has been blocked, even being blocked by one's belief values about certain practices. A delusive attachment to one's own belief values regarding practices, whether it is mundane or spiritual. These conditions trapping oneself for eons of times, unable to be awakened to the truth, unable to be awakened out from the awakening itself. May all cases of karma, of hurting and harming, of beginning and being fixated, to be dominated by one's own desire and delusive attachments to one's opinions and meanings and belief values or traditional values or any concept of living, mundane or spiritual. May it be released and liberated and forgiven from now on. Ahosi, Ahosi, Ahosi. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within all types of belief values, concepts, ideas, thoughts, recalls, memories, belief values about spirituality, to be better in goodness, badness, rejecting, accepting, and all the belief values about liberation of suffering and enlightenment. Such a belief values have tricked oneself to walk on a path, a middle path or whatever path, which is a delusive attachment to such a desire to liberate oneself from anything. It is misled by one's own belief values, misled by one's own mind. It creates samsara in itself. It is a realm of existence in itself. It is karma. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within all types of relationships. A temporary relationship in all types of relationships, whether it is in the families, countries, homelands, nations, or even in the globes, in the galaxy, and in all universes. We would like to declare removal and cancel all vengeance, revenges, all the harbor thoughts to get back. And all the passing on of any type of practices to be cancelled and removed from such belief system. It creates karma and it delaying from cutting through the cutting itself. This is not about following the beginning and trying to end afterwards. That is trying to grabbing something that doesn't exist. What one believes that a practice is the way, then one is misled by one's own belief. It begins and it's trying to end. It creates karma in itself. It is samsara in itself. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with grasping or not grasping. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Share this to samsara. Proceed with everything with such a reminder. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with grasping or not grasping. Continue like this. Scatter it into universes limitlessly. This is not beginning nor ending anything. Instead, it's clearing out such belief value about achievement or attainment of something. Even relaxation, one wants to grab it also. Even peace, one wants to grab it also. Remind oneself, everything is from that which has nothing to do with being peaceful or not, relaxing or not. Give from the great compassion is about giving only. Remember? All the strive for a state of mind. A state of mind is itself subjected to change. It is anatta. It is not attached to itself. While you're trying to attach to relaxation and peace, you want to grab it. Grabbing something that doesn't exist because it created in your mind that it exists. Awaken out from the idea of grasping for peace or no peace, relaxing or not relaxing. Don't begin. When trying to begin anything, it will try to end itself. For what? This is a trick, misled by one's own belief, values, misled by one's own desire. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with involvement or non-involvement, grasping or not grasping. Keep on using these reminders. And you will not be tricked and become a slave to your own desire, delusive attachment and delusion. And you will not become someone who creates trouble in samsara. For all the graces to clear out your own trash of karma. Awaken out. Let's not live in such a slavery of one's own desire, delusive attachment and delusion that's coming from one's own belief values, trying to begin and trying to end. Continue to use the deprogramming day by day. Otherwise, all the habits of desire will trick oneself. Tricking oneself to find ways for peace or for relaxation, which is endless, because that is just one's own desire, delusive attachment and delusion that is misleading oneself for various ways to grab it. Use the reminders, and these symptoms will be dissolved immediately. These symptoms of striving to end something, to cut something, will be dissolved immediately. Give that which is ungraspable, and it will purify all types of grasping and one will not be tricked and misled by one's own desire. Let's not become a slave. Everything is from not grasping even to the non-grasping itself. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with grasping or not grasping. Scatter this infinite force into universes. Extend it limitlessly. Let's be clear that all the grasping mind is actually creating trouble to itself. Wanting for peace, wanting for relaxation, wanting to cut, wanting to let go, wanting to put down. All this is a desire, and it's delusively attached to itself. It makes itself in trouble. Multiple times. It has endless. Because once it begins, it will go on and on. Endlessly. That's why there are various ways, various methods, various paths in samsara. They exist in the human world, they exist in the realm of existence, from the highest heaven realms of the Brahma until the lowest hell realms. That is the result of the grasping mind. Here we are reversing such a habit of grasping towards giving instead, giving the ultimate, giving something that is unattachable, ungraspable. Something that is already there, from the great compassion, which is assumed up because samsara exists. Step back. Think of everything instead of focusing on particular desire within oneself. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with grasping or not grasping. Not grasping even for the non-grasping itself. Proceed onwards with everything as such. This is the purification of the emptiness. The emptiness that is not emptiness. And it will purify all strife to begin or to end anything. Naturally.